Oh, dang.
This is my crossbow, okay?
Whoa!
And the cool thing about this is I was at Luke Bryan's house one day, gave it to me, and he was like, take this and send me a picture of a deer when you kill it. And just give it back to me whenever you buy another one. And I was like, all right, thanks. So I've got Luke Bryan's crossbow in my basement.
It's the FIT with the Zoom party. And our listeners have, they've been freaking out about the opportunity to be able to Zoom with you. So they all have a question for you.
Hey, Hardy. So my son wants to know, what was the hardest song that you ever wrote?
Probably, as weird as it sounds, it might be Up Down, because we wrote the verse and the chorus, and then we kind of got stuck and didn't really know how to write a second verse. And so we sat on that song for 2 years.
Before you came out with your new album, which I'm in love with the rock sound that's mixed with the country there. Hicks tape, as soon as I saw the volume 1, I got super excited knowing that there's probably going to be another volume coming out. Do you have plans for a second Hicks tape?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
That's good news.
Can't make an official announcement, but yeah, there will definitely be another Hicks tape happening. I just can't say when right now, but
I don't have any questions really, but I just want to say, just keep up the good work. You're doing a good job. Love your music.
Thank you so much, Jenny. I appreciate it.
I'm a WSU alum. I got to know, and I understand you're a big Mississippi State fan.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Mike Leach being your new football coach?
I feel good. We got off to a great start. I think he's a character, and I like him as a head coach, and I hope we keep him for a while. I think he's going to work well if we can just figure our offense out.
When you write a song, when you very first start writing it, do you know if it's going to be you performing it or you have another artist in mind?
That's kind of a tricky question, because sometimes I have to sit on it for a while to wonder if it's something that I want to say. But for the most part, yeah, I know for the most part. And usually when I'm writing a song for myself, the way that it's been in the past, and especially for this record, is there's a span of about 6 months where I'm really conscious of writing for myself as opposed to someone else.
So we talked about you've gotten to collaborate with a lot of artists on different things in different ways. Is there anyone that's kind of someone you're really excited about working with, that you've thought about, that you have something in mind for?
I would love to. I don't know if it's a specific person, but I would love to like hop genres and work with like a rock and roll artist or even a hip hop artist or something different. I don't have really a particular person in mind, but somebody outside of country would be really cool to work with for sure.
Any plans or any future plans of being on the West Coast at all?
Yeah, hopefully next year. If we play shows, if next year's tour works out, I will definitely be I'll be coming through the West Coast for sure. Hopefully the entire thing, including Washington.
We want to know, what was your favorite sport in school?
Believe it or not, it's golf. I love golf. It's one of my favorite sports. I mean, behind football, it's probably my favorite sport. But that was what I played. I played golf in high school, and we were really good. We were a bunch of redneck kids, but we played golf all the time, and we would go around. We'd beat people left and right. It was really fun. But I loved playing golf in school.
Who would really surprise us? Like, who is an unbelievable, as far as an artist is concerned, that you know about? Unbelievable athlete, maybe an unbelievable golfer, but somebody who just got some skills.
Colt Ford is the best golfer in the music industry.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
In the music industry, not just country.
No, in the country music. But I mean, he's a scratch golfer, so you don't get better than a scratch golfer. So he could be.
Colt Ford?
Colt
wow.
Ford. Yeah.
Mind blown.
Both as a father and a firefighter, I appreciate the video for One Beer. That's a great little song, good little video.
Cool. Thank you.
And I'm assuming that you probably cut your teeth a fair amount in the early days playing Broadway down in Nashville. So I was wondering what your favorite club down there was to play.
Dude, you know what? I actually never did that, believe it or not. No, I thought about it a couple of times, but I never actually got into playing Broadway. But a lot of my friends did, and Hunter Phelps, who y'all probably know, he's sang a song with me on Hicks Tape, and I've written a lot of songs with him. He always played Tootsies, and we would, sorry, I know there's kids on here, but we would go to Midtown, and we would get really drunk, and then right at the end of the night, we would go down to Tootsies and watch Hunter play, and it always made his day or his night. because we would show up at like midnight and be like, yeah, Hunter. Like a group of like 10 of us would just roll up in Tootsie's.
We talked earlier about like your rock-based sound on this current record. In the town, like from your end, do they kind of ask you for what they want, or do you just come up with what you'd like to do, like what you're feeling right now? Or they say, hey, could you be a little more pop, or could you be a little more rock, or how's the process work for you?
No, Big Loud gives me full creative freedom. They're really good about doing that with all their artists. You know, if they see someone's natural instinct, they tell you to run with it.
What is your favorite place to write? Like might be a room or a piece of furniture or a house, or maybe it's even outside. What's your like most comfortable place to go and write and play and just be creative? I'm in my basement right now, and this is pretty creative, but you know, that's an interesting question. I really like so there's a really big songwriter named Ashley Gorley, and if you've never heard of him, you should Google him, because he has more number ones than any songwriter in the history of songwriting in any genre. He has over 50. And so obviously he has like an empire outside of town where he has a studio, and his house is right off the Harpeth River. And I write a lot out there with him and Hunter and a guy named Ben Johnson. We wrote Truck out there. We wrote Give Heaven Some Hell out there. We wrote I Don't Know About You out there.
Hey, we appreciate your time and what you continue to do for country radio. We look forward to freaking hanging with you again. Everybody, make some noise for Hardy.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, my friend.
I appreciate y'all.